Well, hello there. How is everyone? I hope you're all well. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Shall we have a little bit of an update on the Jay Slater case? Because, look, at the end of the day, I think there's some stuff that we need to dig through and work out whether this is complete and utter nonsense or not, as we have further updates on the glasses and there's apparently there's evidence that the phone was thrown into the area where it last pinged. But anyway, that being said, can I just say that you look absolutely amazing, by the way? Thank you for joining me. Yeah. And I hope you have a fantastic day. We all deserve a fantastic day, don't we? Weather in the UK has returned back to normal with the rain. It's now been raining solidly for about 24 hours. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, the rain gods. But anyway, enough of the weather. If you want the weather update, you'd jump in a taxi. But anyway, here we go. So, Jay Slater's mother, Debbie, urges police to keep going with investigation as hiker who found the mystery sunglasses says area phone last pinged suggested someone had thrown it there. Now, I'm not sure whether while he was there was a little rock, perhaps, that could talk. And it said,
Hey, buddy, the glass, this area, the phone, we saw it flying through the air.
How in the blue monkey's balls can it suggest that the phone was thrown there? I don't understand that. I genuinely don't understand how that can be. Like, not being funny, but if someone was going to... I just don't know. Let me know down below how that could even be accurate. Now, I'm not saying that's not accurate. I'm not saying that perhaps there's some kind of ruse going on here. And in fact, Jay Slater's disappearance has... it could be nefarious. It could be indeed something. It could be that he just drunk too much, thought he was going to be able to walk back to wherever he was walking and failed miserably at doing so. And he won't be the first, and he certainly won't be the last. But because of the things in Jay Slater's past, you can't help but consider that something else has happened there. And with 20,000 people a year going missing in Spain, with around 500 of them a year being in Tenerife, and Tenerife being one of the most prolific when it comes to people going missing and never being seen again, yeah. But it just made me laugh a little bit, this statement. As hiker who found mystery sunglasses says area where phone last pinged suggested someone had thrown it there. So he's basically saying the area suggested it. Here we go. Jay Slater's mother yesterday urged police to keep going with their investigation. They're just repeating that, so we don't need to read that. Heartbroken mother Debbie, father Warren, and brother Zach are understood to have spoken with Spanish cops over the phone to make sure the police aren't giving up on Jay, according to a family source. They have been in contact constantly with the police after being left blindsided by Sunday's decision to call off the hunt for the missing 19-year-old apprentice bricklayer after 14 days scaring the mountains in Tenerife. The reality is you can't search forever. At some point, this is going to have to come to an end. 14 days, some may say that, look, that's not long enough, but certainly... I think if you haven't been found in a specific area within 14 days, the chances of doing so massively, massively drop. And what with the turnout for the search only being 6 people, and I believe none of those were Brits, what do the Spanish police do? What? It's a difficult one. It comes as amateur sleuths have taken over the search for Jay in the police's absence, claim they've discovered a new clue, which could help explain what happened to him. TikTok sleuth and amateur mountaineer Paul Arnott, who has been assisting Jay's family since the police wound down their investigation, told Mail Online. A pair of sunglasses. We spoke about the sunglasses yesterday, but it continues. A pair of sunglasses similar. It's not saying they're the same, similar to the ones Jay was last seen wearing. Now, some people have questioned this. Some people are saying that the ones that were found did indeed differ from the ones that Jay was wearing. Some people believe that the ones Jay was wearing were in fact Ray-Bans, and these are not Ray-Bans. But look, At the moment, I can't offer 100% clarification on the glass. I don't think anyone can at this time. Now, apparently, someone thought the family were specialists in forensics and handed them to the family. Bizarre, but there you go. And I also, from a touch DNA perspective, that was potentially the fucking worst thing you could have done. So whoever handed these glasses, if that's this TikTok guy who found the glass and gave it to the family, you're clearly a fucking moron. Because if ever there's a way of getting DNA onto glasses that shouldn't perhaps be there, it's handing them over to the fucking family of the missing person. So these should have gone immediately to law enforcement and completely swerveballed the family. Anyway, I digress. Right. Told Mail Online a pair of sunglasses similar to the ones Jay was wearing was last wearing had been found close to where his mobile phone last pinged. There's Jay's mum, Debbie, and there is Jay. Da-da-da-da. A family source told the Mirror the family wants to be sure the police aren't giving up on Jay. They are in constant contact with them about the case. The sunglasses were handed into the family. There it goes. Which were found by Chris Pennington, 43, originally from Chester, and a former British Army reservist who served in Iraq with the Royal Mercian and Lancastrian Yeomanry. So I don't know whether it was Chris who then gave it to the family. If that's the point, then if that's the case, sorry, then I apologise to the TikToker for calling him an idiot. But if he gave them to the TikToker and the TikToker, then maybe you're both idiots. Who knows? Maybe it will clarify in this as we go through. But someone, and whoever gave those glasses to the family, you want your fucking head read. He's told Mail Online how he found the sunglasses and believes the area where Jay's phone ping suggested someone had thrown it there. So this is a fucking ex-military guy who's saying that the ground is speaking to him. Now, I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless. I don't understand how that is even possible. But maybe that's why I'm not a British Army reservist. Because I wouldn't have been able to tell that the area was telling me that the phone had been thrown there. Mr. Pennington, who now lives in Tenerife, told Mail Online, I've done a bit of hiking and mountaineering and wanted to help out the family. They are desperate to find their lad, and with my background, I thought I could do my bit. And what better way to do that and give the family hope than by telling them that you've been told by the area that the phone, which you believed was on your son and perhaps showing where his whereabouts were, was in fact thrown there by some attacker. Maybe he had bushy eyebrows. Where was Brian Koberger at this time? Can't help but think that some of these crimes are being done by Brian Koberger. I've watched Law Abiding Citizen. I saw how that motherfucker was sneaking in and out. It's possible. Maybe we should look into Brian. I parked up near the viewpoint near where his phone last pinged and found them on the ground near some bushes and in the area where they have been searching. I don't know if they are Jay's, but as a duty of care, I picked them up and told the Guardia Civil about them. They told me not to touch them if possible and wrap them in paper, not plastic, and I did and handed them in. They also took my DNA and fingerprints as well. It must be awful for the family with the search sacking back and they haven't had any news for 2 weeks. I walked a bit further towards where they said his phone pinged, but it was a challenge to get through. It was impossible. But we know that the phone ping isn't going to give you the exact pinpointed location, is it, dummy? And you, being in the military, I would hope would have known this. Who knows? And there's a picture of the glasses now. Oh, look, one of the lens popped out. Now that tells me that there was a potential that someone was perhaps poked in the eye, but from the back, and it popped the lens out. Oh no, but definitely signs of a struggle. Look, there's ground hair that's had scuff marks. And he talks about the glasses got there. The arms of the glasses are also missing. So we need to find them as well. There's a bit more of a close-up. They're definitely not Ray-Bans. They look more like really, really cheap glasses. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that these are not Jay's. And I'll tell you why, because we just saw a picture of Jay wearing a Moncler coat. I don't think he's the sort of person who would want to be seen at the NRG festival in Spain, where he's sporting nice sporty goods and wear these glasses that look like they came from fucking Temu for 74p. I'm just going to go out on a limb. But definitely, these could belong to someone else who went missing. Perhaps one of the other 400 people. He wrapped them in tissue. Downside is that was his tissue. He touched the tissue, probably got his DNA on them. And when he opened them and showed them to the family, did the family touch them? I would imagine that they did. Here we go. But 100%, those glasses should have gone to the family. There's Paul Arnott, look, doing the peace sign, doing some shots for his social media. For the search. You would have needed a machete to get through all that undergrowth, so his phone pinged from there. It's because someone threw it there. The sunglasses were about 50 metres from the road near a tunnel I wanted to search. I saw them glinting in the sun and picked them up. Mr. Arnott, an adventurer and mountaineer from Flitwick, Bedfordshire, cancelled a charity fundraiser to fly out to Tenerife last week and join the search and rescue operation. The self-described explorer, who has been sharing clips on TikTok of his own search operation, has been backed by Jay's family, who he claims are really proud of his efforts. After Spanish officials called off the search, well, they're going to be proud of anybody's efforts who are helping when they feel that other people are not. And they just go on to talk about the fact that he's looked in various other places. They keep offering to pay for my food and accommodation, but I keep telling them, no, I don't want anything, and I don't want anything from the GoFundMe site. So he's doing it out of the kindness of his heart. Doing it out of the kindness of his heart. There are people out there who do things like this out of the kindness of the heart. Don't be skeptical. I know you are. Just not likely, but people do. Here we go. It said, what I would be interested in doing is setting up my own fund to pay for a team from Scotland Mountain Rescue to come out here. Oh, and it all falls to shit now. Because he don't want their fund. He wants to sort out his own fund. But look, he shouldn't be doing it out of his own pocket, should he? At the end of the day, if he's gone out there off his own back, he's gone out there and he's genuinely helping, he's genuinely searching, then look, these things cost money. Time is money. Time is money. That's why I tell you guys, look, like the video, subscribe to the channel, but you don't have to donate your money, because your donation of time is what's important to me. So just do that if you've got this far. If you haven't, you didn't even hear that. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. Look, a lot of you who have been following this already know what the rest of that is going to say, because it's just repeated. So, where are we at the moment in time? Is that we have glasses that may or may not be his, and I'm saying that they're likely not. We're saying that there's law enforcement who are coming out, ex-law enforcement that are coming out and saying, look, we need to look at what happened before this, in the moments leading up to it, the days leading up to it, and perhaps people should start giving a side eye to Lucy & Co. Let me know down below what you think, and I'll catch you all later today.